Hello and welcome to Stories of Resilience, our podcast series to promote an ACE-aware nation in Scotland. Adverse childhood experiences touch us all in one way or another. This series explores the thoughts of those involved with the ACEs movement in Scotland, and we talk to individuals who have stories of resilience to share. I'm Gary Robinson. My guest today is Cameron Sprague of the Stramash Outdoor Nursery based in the Highlands. Cameron is a passionate advocate of promoting ACEs to the wider community. Cameron, thank you for joining me on Stories of Resilience. You are the owner, I believe, of Stramash Outdoor Nurseries. Tell us a little bit about your business and what you do.
Well, thank you for having me, Gary. And just to clarify a little bit, I'm just the team leader because it's a social enterprise. So there's no owners. It's all non-profit, and we work for the communities that we live in.
Okay.
But basically, yeah, I'm the team leader in Fort William, and that just means I am responsible for overseeing the work that Stramash do in this area, specifically managing our nursery team. We work with 2 to 5 year olds mainly, 8:30 to 5:30, 50 weeks of the year, Monday to Friday, outside in all weathers, and really just encouraging children to play and learn in the outdoors. And I think why Suzanne maybe put me forward for this is that we try to do it in a very nurturing and ACE-aware way.
Is learning and playing outdoors, is this something that's unique to Stramash, or is it done elsewhere across the country?
Thankfully, it's very much a growing market. More and more outdoor nurseries are opening. When we opened our open nursery in 2012, it was the 6th, I think, fully recognized registered outdoor nursery in Scotland. There's 23, I believe, that I know about right now, but through social media and things like that, I'm aware of many more that are trying to open in the next year or two. So it's growing faster and faster. More people are asking for it, and more people are looking to deliver it, which to me is great, because I think every nursery should be an outdoor nursery.
And what are the advantages of being an outdoor nursery, and what do the children get from it?
I think part of it is an ethos that naturally comes with outdoor learning, is the togetherness of working together. We work in very creative ways. Children, 20% of children are entering P1 obese. So there's the natural, just they're more active, physically able. We naturally take a more balanced approach to risk with the play and with the children. So I think they're learning to use risk on their own terms. They're being cautious when they need to be, but things like climbing trees they're doing. We work with tools, we work with knives, we work with fire. These things naturally give children confidence, self-esteem. And it's all done hand in hand with the staff. And I think when you're out in all weathers and it's chucking down with rain, there is a camaraderie to that. And for me, they also bet with working with families is that it's a different feel when you're talking over a fence. It's almost like you're dealing with neighbors. So I think we naturally have really positive relationships with our families, because it's not that kind of, the school gate or dropping off, or that, that fear that a lot of people have from when they were at school. It disappears because, you're talking in a neighborly way over a fence, and it's a different kind of relationship.
And when did you first find out about ACEs?
It's funny because I think I've always tried to work in an emotionally literate way, and had heard of trauma-informed care and those kind of things, and really just following Suzanne's work probably brought me to the term ACEs, I guess, probably 18 months ago, something like that.
Okay.
I saw the promotional materials for the Resilience documentary. My wife is a trainee ed psych, so we kind of drew straws who was babysitting when it came to Inverness, and she went and saw it, and I was desperate to see it, and I was really lucky because Inspiring Scotland put on a showing in Glasgow, and I was able to get a ticket from them and just kind of saw it and was like, oh my goodness, this puts so many pieces into place for me, and every single person on this planet needs to see this documentary and know about ACEs. It's not just for professionals, it's something that needs to be understood by us all.
And I believe that you're promoting ACEs in your area, in your wider area. Is that correct?
Yeah, So basically, I saw the documentary, and I was like, I need to get this to Fort William. Cheekily tweeted at Suzanne, will you come to Fort William with David and just show resilience, and I'll bake you a cake. And, never thinking she would respond. And then she was like, yeah, let's do it.
She loves cake. She loves cake.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely the deal sealer. No, but it was amazing because Suzanne and David were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's come. And we were able to organize a screening. We were really lucky because the council gave us our local ward funding gave us some money to support the event coming to the area. And we had over 100 people come in Fort William from all walks of life, parents, professionals from different things. And basically everyone came out of the event like, let's do something. So we've now started a local kind of, I don't know, we haven't really got a name yet, but we're basically an ACES forum. So we've met once, and we're talking about how we're going to try to do some more events in the area. We're meeting again on the 20th of April and bringing some of the professionals from within the council to come talk about us too, and how we can help them promote the work and get on key messages and stuff. So it's really exciting, and it's great for me because coming from early years, it's, we don't always get chances to collaborate with other services. So, we have secondary teachers, we have third sector counselors, we have, my wife's coming to training at psych, preschool home visiting teachers. So there's loads of different people coming together, and we're all kind of pushing the same message, which is just getting people ACE aware.
I was speaking I've been speaking to numerous people throughout this series. I was speaking to a politician in one of the podcasts, and after the conversation I'd had with the politician, I'd gone home to think about the conversation. And one of the points that I made, and I want to get an opinion from you, was I felt that everybody at some point will have been touched by ACEs. Then I thought, well, that's a very broad brush statement to make behind the microphone here. What do you think? Do you think there's anybody in this world that is ACEs free, or have we all been affected in some way?
No, I actually agree with you 100%. I think people just look at the list of the big 10, but I think really trauma is, all about how we deal with things personally. So I think the list that is, if you can do the test and get your ACE score, but there's so many more that, could happen to you and could have maybe brushed off my back, but impacted you on a biological level. And that's what people need to understand too. And I think, a lot of people are recognizing that, families from poverty are more likely to have ACEs and things like that. But the thing for me with ACEs is it's everyone. It's behind every door. You don't know what's happening in people's houses. I think this journey for me, I've been very reflective on my own kind of upbringing and stuff. And, my parents were divorced at a young age and stuff like that. And things that helped me, and even things that got me into childcare actually, were going to summer camp and these 18 and 19-year-old kids taking an interest in me and kind of brought my self-esteem back, I guess. And that kind of clicked in me, and I was like, I need to do that too. And I really didn't realize it, but they were being that positive relationship when they didn't even realize what they were doing, and, helped me get through a really hard time. And that's what I think people need to see. ACEs are there. They impact us all in different ways, and it's how we can help each other by being those positive forces.
It's very clear to me now that we have a language that's very understandable when it comes to ACEs, and I think that's going to drive forward this ambition for Scotland to become an ACE-aware nation. However long that takes, whether it's I think it is going to take time, but it seems to have started. What do we need to do, Cameron, to keep the momentum going now?
I think a little bit what we're trying to do in Macabre, and that's, some grassroots, and it's, people spreading the word and getting it out there in a very relatable way. And I think that's what's really great about Suzanne and David is that, they're these two amazing, inspiring people, but they can talk to you on your level, and they're so personable. And, when we had the resilience event here, and they spent so much personal time talking to people on the breaks and things like that. And I really noticed that. And that's what we need. We need people that are willing to take the time to go out, talk about ACEs, talk about how it impacts us and what we can do about it. And I think once we get this grassroots and more people aware, then hopefully it'll put more pressure on politicians to actually do something.
Cameron, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. I'm fascinated with the concept of outdoor nurseries. I don't have children, so it is new to me. But I'm going to do a bit more research around that. I think it's a and just going back to that, I should have asked this question a little bit earlier. I mean, you are in a beautiful part of the country, but could you have outdoor nurseries anywhere? Could you have them in urban areas, city centres?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's several in Glasgow. They're coming out everywhere, and I think that's kind of a misconception that you have to have this beautiful woodland. Like I have a small kind of emerging young woodland, but a lot of my space is a field, and it's how we use it creatively, making play spaces and things like that. So Gary, if you're ever in Fort William, you should come see, and I'll show you around and talk you through it, because it is. People need to recognize that we all learn through play, and that children need the time and space to play and develop in a nurturing environment, and that's what we're trying to create, and that's what outdoor nurseries all around the country are trying to do. So it's really important that we get more of them and people supporting them.
Cameron, it's been an absolute pleasure. I've been asking everybody, are you heading for the conference in September?
Yes, absolutely. Wouldn't miss it for the world. I think I would travel anywhere to see Suzanne and David speak again. I saw them the first time at the Upstart AGM, and I was like, they're just great. And then, but the fact that Dr. Harris is coming over and all those kind of things is really amazing that we're having this kind of opportunity in Scotland. So I hope everyone who can gets out and goes.
Cameron, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much indeed for your time.
No, thank you, Gary.
That was Stories of Resilience, celebrating individuals and organisations who are helping to make Scotland an ACE-aware nation. Find out more about ACEs and the ACE Aware Conference this September in Glasgow at www.aceawarescotland.com.